Hello, anyone who is watching. Hello, anyone who is... Oh my God, okay, sorry, I'm just setting everything up because it's a bit different this week because the laptop that I normally do all my things on is broken. So I'm just looking at different bits and pieces. Hi, Anna, who's in the chat. No, you haven't started, but do one about Thorngar, please. Okay, that is on my list. We're actually starting this week with quite a hefty list. So for anyone who has not seen this before, which is entirely fair, there's only been 2 versions of this before. This is made up songs about made up people. And the idea is that basically people tell me about their TTRPG characters. It can be any tabletop role-playing game. It doesn't have to be kind of like D&D fantasy. It can be, I think last time there was Kung Fu Cop. I think that was the character. Who was in a very cyberpunky space. But yes, people tell me about their characters or things from their stories that they have from playing their games, and I improvise songs about them. And we've had a lot of different stuff. So normally it's typically fairly chill, fairly upbeat. Sometimes the songs are a little bit more emotional, but it totally depends on what people suggest. Okay, so hi, other folks jumping into the chat. Hi, Chorley. Hi, Milmo Maggins. Do put in the chat if my sound is weird. I'm trying a slightly different setup today. I also don't know how that's going to affect the subtitling and the captioning. So still trying to figure out the best situation here. But I have some people who've also put suggestions on Twitter and on Facebook. Amazing that sound is good. Hi, maybe Millie. Morning to everyone that's watching. So I'm going to take a sip of water because my mouth is already feeling dry from talking. And I'm going to look on Twitter because I know that some of the first things were posted on there yesterday of songs that people want. So, oh God, there's actually quite a few that have been sent over. Right. We're going to start off with Mr. Phillips. This is from Sean F. Smith. This is me sounding like it's like a morning TV show of callers. This is from Sean. Mr. Phillips is a stone-skinned troll bouncer who wears a hat to hide his sharp head. That's the information that we have about Mr. Phillips. Stone-skinned troll bouncer who wears a hat to hide his sharp head, and Phillips, because... I see Philip's head. Right. Okay, this probably wants something just like something... I think Mr. Phillips likes things quite straight down the line. For anyone who hasn't seen this before, you'll learn that I know about 10, maybe 12 at a push chords. So it's just about finding different combos to make them sound different. Okay. That's the right way to do it. Just make sure you're little one to ease us in for the morning. Oh God, I have two different mouses that I'm trying to manipulate and use. Okay, I've got a couple of other things here. Checking on chat. Lovely stuff. Okay, so next one is from Emily, lovely Emily. My party spent 15 sessions of our campaign convinced my PC was just a typical edgy rogue with the authorities after her. Absolute classic D&D mood. Plot twist, she's a baroness from a noble family who ran away when she became engaged to the crown prince because she thought she'd be a terrible queen. Okay, that gives us a lot to work with. That gives us a lot to work with. This is kind of like epic romancy vibes, I guess. 15 sessions. I also appreciate that kind of long game of PC twists. Okay, so let's go for something that sounds kind of well, maybe. That's such a cool story. I really love that whole thing. It was a very long game. Yeah, true. It sounds just like a really cool sitch to plant with a character. I say that as someone who has fully got into a game pretending my character's a wizard, and then at a really crucial point where a wizard would have been useful, had to confess they were a bard who just only learned wizard spells and was pretending the whole time. Because I always end up playing bards. I mean, that's not true, but it also feels very true. Okay, I promise we will get to the suggestion and any other suggestions in chat soon. I'm just making sure that I'm covering. Oh God, okay. This is another one on Twitter from row supper, who I play with and is beautiful chaos in games. Potato Margaret, who goes by Tatty Mags, is a wizard chef who found her aptitude with magic when she was bit by a radioactive dog. That sounds, I mean, when I've got a prompt that is so coherent and makes so much tight sense, how could I not just improvise something really straightforwardly? Okay. I'm sorry if I'm not responding to chat in real time this time. It's the fact that I'm having to flip between so many tabs because of this week's setup. Okay. Potato Margaret. This is the story of Potato Margaret, Tatty Mags. Do we want something kind of pretty, or do we want... What are we thinking? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds a bit boring. Let's go... How... You know what, I'm just going to go very classic. I think it's practically the same chords as the start, but let's not be fussy about this. Kick off my shoes, because it's really hot in here, surprisingly. Okay. Eventually, and apologies go out to Tatty Mags. I'm sure you get potato puns all the time. It's probably quite lucky that in this context it's hard to think of potato puns whilst trying to rhyme. So Tatty Mags, why don't you put your feet up? You work so hard, don't you? Why can't a wizard chef just treat herself to a little downtime? You know you should do so. Tatty, Tatty, oh, won't you let me bake something for you this time? I promise I won't make any potato jokes. I said it's pretty hard while doing it, while trying to rhyme. And oh, Tatty, oh, Tatty, oh, Tatty Max. Oh, Tatty, oh, Tatty, oh, Tatty Max. Apologies for anyone who was expecting more potato content there. But as we found out with Wild Shape Olympics about a month ago, it's hard. All I could think of was smashed. And that's not even that's not even the word for what you do with potatoes. That's not even the actual word. Potato Margaret does sound like absolutely incredible. This is so cute. Oh, I'm so glad that you are all lovely people in chat. And all the rest of the people, I think there are a couple of people who are watching whilst crafting, which is so wholesome and lovely. Okay, let's keep going through these. Okay, this one sounds a little less chaotic than Taddy Mags, but I love chaos. This is not to say that I don't love chaos. But I'll admit that whilst I'm trying to get back into practice with making up songs, I start to notice what I find easy and what I find trickier. But that is not to say you shouldn't all throw challenges at me. I mean, I finished off the last stream with singing whilst doing a bad Southern American accent. So I'm also suggestions in the chat, because this channel is now an affiliate channel. So thank you to anyone who's previously watched streams, because that's partially down to you. But one of the things that affiliate channels can do is do stuff with channel points. So basically, if you're watching, there'll be a little counter at the bottom of chat that shows you how many channel points you're getting, that jumps up after time, and you can spend those channel points to do things. Now, currently it's on defaults, but you can customize channel points. So it could be if you have a few hundred channel points, you're you have to do this next song with this accent, or you have to work in this rhyme. So I'm interested to hear if there are any things people would like to be able to do with their channel points on this channel. Anyway, this is from Guy Clark. Nell Stillwater is a taciturn, I think I know what taciturn means, water genasi fighter raised by her ex-adventurer human father. He settled down and started a tavern. He started a tavern in a riverside city to be near her mum, who is the river. That's so beautiful. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's also so much better than whenever I've played a water genasi. Oh my God, okay. In that case, we're going to use the pretty chords that I know. Also I'm bad at holding a ukulele, so I have to sit to prop it up. Nell Stillwater, water genasi fighter, raised by her ex-adventurer human father. He settled down and started a tavern in a riverside city to be near her mum, who is the river. Apologies if this song becomes more about that beautiful parental story than Nell, but I will try.
long. Oh, now won't you let your waters be
white city. Oh, now, like your name, just be still this one time. Don't go chasing all those waterfalls. Stick to the river that you know this time. I deeply apologize for my hack attempt to get Chasing Waterfalls into that song. That's such a beautiful, oh my God, as a character, like just a family backstory, that is so beautiful. So thank you so much for that suggestion, Guy. Right, I'm having to go through all my Twitter notifications, so this is just an absolute mess of things. Some of them character sessions, but I think those are all the Twitter submissions. Well, hey. Okay, sorry, I've done this so badly. I'm gonna shift my camera just a little bit so I can actually see Twitch chat. Okay, so I know there was a suggestion right at the top. I am then gonna go to Facebook suggestions. Anna did ask for one about Thorngar. Fuck. Okay, so and also Milmo Maggins, hoping to hear about Brave Kingston Proudfoot. If you're still in chat, Milmo, feel free to pop a few more bits of info about Brave Kingston, like kind of class, race, any little story things you want. Otherwise, I will make something up, but I cannot promise it will reflect anything other than being brave and Kingston and Proudfoot. But we'll start with Thorngar. So, oh Lord. For context, Thorngar is a game that I've played in this campaign. I played Quinn. There's Lady Anne. Oh God, Thorngar people in chat, remind me of names because I haven't played in this game for so long. This is so bad. Yeah, and there's some weird stuff with contracts and things like that. Oh my God, this setup is horrendous. Shamini, I have a lot of different things. It's just because I would normally have a different setup, but my laptop's broken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick shift of... There we go. Tykos, thank you so much. Oh, Milmo, cool. I will totally get to yours. I will do the Facebook ones after I've done some Thorngar, and then I know surely you've thrown in a new one. Right, mouth dry. Okay, so Thorngar. This is going to be like a potted history of this campaign. Yeah, giggle run. Babies getting weird things, me rolling 3 nat 20s in a row and cutting through about 1.5 hours of what the DM had planned. Anyway, Thorngar. Let's... It all started when a godlike figure looked me dead in the eye and said, halve your hit points and halve your key points. And I must admit, I began to wonder why, and I was thrown in straight in to the middle. Trying to make the wrong things right. Moving on to giggle run. Trying to find the strangest book approaching three random people from across a tavern with a confused look, and there was Lady Anne, intimidating still today, and also Tychus, deeply comforting in his idiosyncratic way, joining with them, searching the goal run, finding that strange blue dust that changed time. I'm sure that that was just a one-off that won't come back anytime. And late one night on the roof of a building, Lady Anne comes to speak and shows me a contract, the contents of which will make me weep, because I've spent my life running from people who would control me, and this was my first night of feeling free. So what does Lady Anne bring to console me? A contract I must sign to be indebted again. Oh, will this cycle ever end? But sign it I must and keep going along, so that I can make right what is wrong. And we're teleported away after making too much trouble and giggle run. Teleported far away, but we're gonna meet Tychus' family. I'm sure it will be fun. And is that the same blue dust we've seen before on his father's workshop floor? I'm sure that it's fine. I'm sure that it's fine. I'm sure that it's fine. Oh wait, I can't stop repeating, stop going in circles, jumping over magical hurdles. And his father is affected too by the time dust that shines blue, and dark deals have been made. Dark deals have been wrought. So of course, there's water elementals to be fought, and children that are taken away. But we will find them someday. It's our mission too, and we're bound together, contracted. So no matter the weather, we'll keep going, we'll keep going, we'll keep showing up for each other. We'll keep going, we'll keep showing up for one another. There is like, I can't remember how many sessions that is, but yeah, that's a potted campaign in a song. Missing out a ton of detail, but largely there. Okay, I'm gonna go, I said I'd go Facebook, and then I will come back for Charlie's suggestion. Thank you for the compliments on the memory. Okay, so, oh my gosh, why have I lost the thing that I need with all of the Facebook comments? Okay, so here we are. Oh, this will be fun. Honey Heist. Changing it up a little bit from the kind of fantasy D&D vibes. If you've not played Honey Heist, it's a one-page game by the lovely Grant Howitt. And it's super easy to just like pick up and play. Full warning, it's very hot in here. I'm just going to turn the heat down, but also I'm going to take this jumper off. This is a deeply casual stream. It's about to get a lot more casual because it's going to be me in a sports bra, but Twitch, I'm not showing anything that I'm not allowed to. So, okay, try and tame whatever this is doing. Okay, so in one game, the bears stole an ice cream truck, and one of them later did a sexy striptease taking off a clown costume. Oh God, I've got a lot of descriptions here. Thank you, Shami. I asked for more descriptions. That's on me. Did a sexy striptease taking off a clown costume while covered in ice cream, and others purchased pythons and used the pythons to siphon honey. They met Abe Lincoln's ghost, who saved them from being blown up, but they are now very haunted. There was also another game where a bear called Flatcap went to HoneyCon in a giant yogi outfit. I think I'm gonna focus on the first one. Potentially I can do another honey heist one in a fortnight's time, and I can do the other story. But just because I think there's a lot there with Abe Lincoln's ghost. But yes, Honey Heist is a super fun game. If you just like Google Honey Heist Grant Howitt, because it was played on Crit Roll once, therefore got a nice boost, and it's fairly easy to find. Okay, and Honey Heist is kind of what it sounds like. It's bears going on a heist to steal honey. Okay, right. We're gonna go to basics again, because while I'm thinking about this, I can't be thinking about like chords that I don't normally put together. That ice truck is careening off the road. Who the hell is driving it? Oh my God, it's a party of bears. Okay, that's pretty lit. They must be going off to HoneyCon, It's the world's biggest convention of honey, and it's on today. So watch that ice cream truck fly away down the road to HoneyCon. Watch that ice cream truck tear away with those tearaways inside off to HoneyCon. But once you're there, how does a bear steal as much honey as they please? Well, of course, all you need is to do a sexy striptease, but make sure it's in a clown costume. That's the best way to grab people's attention. And of course, how do you siphon honey away? Well, I'm glad you mentioned you purchase pythons, lots of pythons. Snakes can steal honey so very well. And as they're strip teasing and siphoning honey off, this is going so swell. But what's there in the corner of the room, standing over with a face carved of gloom? Tall for this hat, atop his head. I'd say who it is, but no, 'cause Abe Lincoln's dead, so it can't be the late American president. I mean, if it was, that'd be heaven sent, because we are about to be blown up. But if Abe Lincoln's ghost here, that might be enough to save us. Oh, honest Abe, won't you make my wish come true? chat with old honest Dave. So look out in the future if you care for a group of people covered in hair. All of them incredible bears. Also with Abe Lincoln there. Is it a dramatic pause? Is it Chloe trying to remember a word that rhymes? Who knows? Thank you for that, Shamini. Apologies if it wasn't the most coherent story arcs, but that's such a cool game to hear about. This is so cool. Okay, so there's a few more Facebook ones. Okay, so Mill, since you're here, I'm going to do yours, and then got ones from Nay and Oz, and then we've got Chorley. And to be honest, that might take us towards the end of the hour. Please can I have a song about the fabulous halfling Eldritch Knight, Kingston Proudfoot, with particular reference to his bravery and almighty slaying of the dreaded beast Thousand Tooth. Oh God, that's hard to say. If there can be... Oh my God, this is a hell of a request. If there could be a rap break from Queen Toadifa, yeah, in the middle too, that would be amazing. Okay. I'm gonna need some more water for this. I'm making no promises about a rap break. I might see if I can do some quick singing. Okay. This one's kind of like, what are some nice ones that sound like epic-y? I'm trying not to do completely just repeating myself, but it is hard. Just like staring, going, which things do I know that I haven't used? You know what? I'm real sorry for stopping partway through. I'm not liking these chords. Knight of who I'd sing. Oh, have you ever seen a halfling stand in the shadow of Thousand Tooth? Have you ever seen a halfling slay such an incredible being, forsooth? Don't ask if I know what forsooth means. This song is about Kingston. Don't ask if I know what forsooth means. This is about Kingston. This incredible halfling Proudfoot has a chance to make them bleed. So don't you worry, don't be afeard, because Kingston Proudfoot is finally here. Don't you worry, don't be afeard, because Kingston Proudfoot is finally near. Yeah, have you ever seen someone who makes you feel so safe? Who makes you feel like all the bad things are so far away? Well, that's how I feel every time that Kingston Proudfoot is near me. If you want to make sure that you're in good company, then you get Kingston Proudfoot on your side, and then you will never hide, then you will never die if Kingston Proudfoot is on your side. Yeah, he makes people immortal. Don't even question it. Don't even question it. Why would you even question it? Okay, let's get back to singing. I'm pretty sure that's more of my thing. Kingston Proudfoot probably prefers a good song over a mediocre rap verse. So don't you worry, no need to run and hide when Kingston Proudfoot is on your side. Don't you worry, there's no need to be afeard, 'cause Kingston Proudfoot is finally here. I tried to do a rap, because it was requested. But thank you. I've only just seen the chat where it's like, feel free to skip the rap break. You know what? Maybe we'll just say that I did skip the rap break, because I feel like that's a bit of an insult to the format of rap to say it was a rap. Okay, so I'm glad you liked it, Mel. Right, we have a couple more on Facebook. Then we've got Chorley's. Hello, yes, I would like a song about Rena Froddle, because she deserves her recognition as head of arcane research and hatred being picked up. Rena Froddle, I believe, was a gnome. Do correct me in chat. Nay, I apologise. My memory of 3 years ago is patchy at best, because I was knackered the entire time. Yes, Brina got very into vampiric touch, and was basically, a lot of people just unfortunately didn't see Brina for the worth that Brina had. I might take this one a bit slower. I think I went a bit fast. Evocation wizard turned necromancer. I'll readily admit, I struggle to follow the schools in D&D of evocation, all that stuff. I think that's the thing where you just like create stuff. God, I don't know why I'm in quite like a giggly odd mood this morning. Let's do this. Okay, Brina. How does this sound? Cool. From home, she looks out at the sea to see what she can see of this place, but it's so alien, it's so different. She wears the hardship on her face. care. She'll do all she can to help. Oh, Brina Froddle even almost sacrificed herself. And she'll be here when everyone is left to help them set up things anew. Oh, Brina, make sure to help yourself. Slower. Definitely a good decision on my end. I feel so nostalgic about Spirit of the Horizon / Edinburgh 2017 stuff. Okay, so just less than 10 minutes. This has flown. Oz, I would like a song about a D&D character who has TikTok battles with the BBEG. I'm going to confess, BB, Big Bad, right? EG, Big Bad Endgame? Please tell me in the chat, because my mind's going blank. I will do a short one about this. I don't feel like I know enough about TikTok. And also, what is a TikTok battle? I know about TikTok duets, but is that just like an aggressive TikTok duet? D&D character has TikTok battles with Big Bad Evil Guy. Thank you, Anna. Big Bad Endgame? Big Bad Example? Big Bad Evil Guy. Thank you, folks. Just really showing, like, my very specific pockets of ignorance during this stream. Like, ways you prepare potatoes and tabletop, like, shortenings of things. It's not acronyms, is it? Is it acronyms? I know that there's a thing where it has to be a word or something. Anyway, babbling. Yeah, beef on TikTok. Oh, God. Battles the Big Bad Evil Guy on TikTok. Okay. Oh, okay. I have an idea. I have an idea. Bugbear Evil Guy. I like it. Right, here is my pitch, Oz, for a D&D character who does TikTok battles with the Big Bad Evil Guy. Maybe I'm just gonna, shall I reuse that? No, let's reuse this. Let's reuse a different set. There. Let's pretend I just didn't do anything at all. This is the start of the song. Look out at the towers of the city of Sean today. Look out, because a fight, it's on its way. Yes, we stood in a town in Eberron, and you know that today it's on. Standing in the shadows, a changeling called Tick, a changeling called Tick awaits their fate, approaching behind them, approaching behind them, the enormous war forged for this date. Yes, they set a date to fight until the end of their lives, the end of their lives. Tick in one corner, talk in the other, fighting together forever. And it sounds like a million clocks breaking on the hour every hour, with tick and talk going at each other with immense power, punches and kicks and spells all together. They keep fighting no matter the weather, and the clocks keep ticking on. Inside the Warford's enormous body, can't you see it's destiny? Tick and talk, fighting on. Can't you see it's the story that we must keep writing on into eternal night? The everlasting fight, the everlasting back and forth of tick and talk, the everlasting fight, the everlasting night. Who's to stay when it will ever stop? And there's a silence that falls in Shan one fateful day. The last clock ticking within talk has stopped, and all the fighting fades away. Stood in the rubble of this once great city, Tick stands alone, takes one look at the destruction, and takes their first step back home. Because I will make everything kind of a bit sad, even if I'm told about a TikTok battle. Right. Finishing up with Chorley, because you put a thing in the chat, and I have a hair in my mouth. There we go. I need to scroll back up through chat to find Chorley's suggestion. A song about Balrus, the Firbolg druid who used his magic and his druidic skills to run a highly successful butcher's shop. Oh god, this is going to be potatoes, except with cuts of meat all over again. Okay, a song about Balrus, Firbolg druid. I'm just making sure I've remembered what each of these things are. My brain tends to break towards the end of the stream. Who uses magic and druidic skills to run a highly successful butcher shop. I'm trying to think of druid. I've played a druid. I'm trying to think of what druidic things people can do. I mean, I've got like one idea of how druids and butcher shops goes together. Right, it wasn't, for Anna in the chat, it wasn't healing hands, it was about curing wounds for Isla. I see healing hands for druids and stuff. He speaks to animals well. He speaks to animals well and then serves them up. That's okay. This is a horror story. This is fucking dark about Balrus, the Firbolg druid. Okay. Walking through because he will stalk you and hunt you down, but it's so much more insidious than that. He would never just outright attack. He'll use his interspecies gift of the gab, and that's when you're in his trap. Balris brings the kiss of death. Balris, if he talks to you, there'll be nothing left. Oh, if you're looking for a good butcher, sure there's none better than him. But if you want to be ethical, is shopping with Balris really a win? There's some kind of bizarre honesty in not talking to an animal before you feed. Actually, it's getting more murkier the more I sing. But Balris will hunt animals down, have a natter with them, then cut them down. Balris, you are such a good druid. Didn't you want to do some good with it? Balris, hear my plea, hear my plea. You could do so much more with the magic you wield, the magic you wield. Why did you have to be a butcher? Why was this all you saw in your future? You don't have to trick animals this way. Please tell me you'll try something different another day. So, for any animals out there who have a care over their well-being, if you ever see a furball druid approach, you best start fleeing. Don't even let him say a word, or you're done for, you're done for, you're done for, and probably is the rest of your herd. An interesting note and tone to end on. I think totally summed up by Anna's emoji. Absolutely. Emote, not emoji. Fuck, I sound very old and out of touch. And that's even considering that I used the term lit to get in a rhyme earlier. Right, it is just past 12. My brain is eminently, massively broken. But thank you so much to the folks watching in chat, to anyone who submitted ideas on Twitter or on Facebook. A couple of things to say: if you don't follow this channel, follow this channel. If you have any thoughts about channel points, tell me thoughts about channel points. There are a few other streams happening on this channel. Next Sunday is One Player Ready. I'm going to be playing A Mother's Love, which is a very cool Wretched and Alone hack that is basically a one-player game, as all one-player ready games are, a one-player game about trying to shut down an AI that you created and are basically a parent to. It's incredibly cool and I'm really excited for that. And normally on One Player Ready, I fiddle around with cool tech stuff. So that's also going to have some fun AI voices that I have conversations with. In 2 weeks' time, roughly, is the next DIY Film Club, which is going to be doing a recreation from our homes of The Empire Strikes Back. Early December is the next installment of Undergods, which is a D&D actual play. It's an ongoing campaign, and we are very close to the end. Everything's quite big and dramatic and high stakes and very cool things happening. And then mid-December is going to be kind of a few streams of a weird panto-based project where we're going to try to stream a panto, which is going to be interesting. So do please keep an eye on here or follow me at Chloe Meshter on Twitter for updates about bits and pieces. Thank you so much for everyone. Charlie says he will never ask for anything again. Look, you told me about something that was kind of terrifying. Feel like I'm happy if you sub any requests again and you say this song needs to be happy. I will respect that. But thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend and hopefully see some of you folks soon.